Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to All About Racing for the 8th round of the season in F1 Power Grids Champions Division 2. We're here at the Interlagos circuit. It looks like it's going to be rain in the event. I'm not sure whether it's going to be just for the qualifying, as you can see now, or for the race as well. So more about the circuit. It's 4.3 miles, 4.3 kilometres, and 2.6 miles in length, 15 corners, 6 to the left and 9 to the right. It was first out here in 1973. We're going to be running the C2 hards, C3 medium and C4 soft tyre. Famous Wayne is leading the Drivers' Championship on 219 points, 206 points for Egolf Hazard. Big D is on 196 points, 173 points for fourth place Kois Gamer. Andreas Borg on 167 points in fifth. Mikey GTI is in sixth place, seventh Atmos, eighth is Raz and Destroy, Pigs in ninth, and RS is in 10th place. The constructors, Williams leading that one on 402 points, 313 points for second place Mercedes. Haas are on 296. Fourth place are Racing Bulls, Sauber is fifth, sixth is Alpine, Aston Martin seventh, eighth is Red Bull, ninth is Ferrari, and a very different from real life outcome, the McLaren, like the one you can see on your screen, is down in 10th place in the constructors. Both McLarens here this evening, hopefully able to pick up some decent points in these wet weather conditions. As I said, unsure whether they're going to carry on into the full race or not. So as we see Alligator rise to the top of the hill, Big D just ahead of him, who has started a lap. Koix Gamer has retired from the session. It didn't say there is 17, as you can see. It did look like earlier with the attendance there was supposed to be 20, but not looking like that's going to be the case. There may be more turning up later on. Alligator coming through Curva de Sol, down the Reta Aposta. No one ahead of him. It's going to cause him some problems. I think it's the Williams of Big D who is just up the road ahead of him at the moment. So just coming around turn 8. Easy does it. And we have the first time on the board, a 122.7. And Big D crossing the line as well. Alligator going up into fourth place, And who else is on the lap? Famous Wayne is. And just getting a little squirrely on the exit. The number 20 Racing Bulls car now just coming around Pica de Pato and into Magulio. down the hill into Young Cow, usually flat out here. And to the line, Famous Wayne goes on to provisional pole by 0.7 of a second. Wait to see who's up next. Mancy over the line, 9th fastest for him. Wiggy crossing the line, slowest of the cars setting a lap so far. Cold Steel going 12th fastest. Mikey GTI going 4th fastest there. A lot of drivers in the 122.7s around there. Well, 4 drivers in the 122.7s as of right now. Atmos on a lap at the moment. And we've just had someone else cross the line there. I'm not sure who it is. We've got 2 RSs now as well in Tuesday's Division 2. Ferreira and RS are where we scored him. Oh, big slide from Ferreira on the exit of Ferragula. And over the line for RS, Freya, 122.0 as well. Hazard stays where he is. We keep going slowly on the intermediate tyres as well. We'll get the tyres up. Some drivers opting for the intermediate, and that's them with their best time set. Okay, who is on a lap? Is Wiggy on a lap at the moment? I think he is. Not on a lap, maybe just about to start one now. The intermediates not working too well. Hazard down in 13th place, personal best first and second sector for him as he rises up the hill. Now to the final corner of 15 and then into the pit lane to settle up later on. So Pigs do fly. Crossing the line, a second down, but I think just starting an attempt now. Down the rest of Raposta on the intermediates, using them for some laps. His RS goes fastest by just over a couple of tenths. Done personal purple sectors, should I say, in the first and final sector. Fraser taking the personal best and fastest sector in sector 2. So Pigs do fly. Feeling like he's on a running stage here with a bit of that opposite lock up through Ferragula. Up towards Pica de Pato again, the rear sliding, not agreeing with the use of the right foot through the left-hander of Magulio into the next left-hander at this anti-clockwise circuit of Young Cow, and powers out of that final proper corner on this circuit towards the final corner, turn 15, DRS open, or would be in dry conditions. And across the line, 7th fastest for him, 7/10 faster than his previous attempt. On the intermediates, starting to become the tyre of choice here. Alligator not quicker in that first sector, was almost a second down in the first sector alone from his teammate, who is in 5th at the moment but is in the pit lane. Andrea Borg just going slowly at the moment as Alligator comes up to the line to start a flying lap, I think. The track is definitely getting drier. The rain is not as heavy as it once was. So Alligator faster in that first sector than the last time around, faster than his teammate this time around, on the wet tyres still. Well, I think we really are starting to get to intermediate conditions. And I was saying it's just starting to go towards intermediates with drivers out there on the track as well, as Alligator goes slowly towards that pit lane. Big D coming up to the pit lane as well, and it is that time for the intermediates right at the end. Five minutes left to go. Drivers will probably come out a bit earlier than usual in dry conditions. Just seeing as the intermediates will last that little bit longer. You'll be able to push them. The battery won't be deployed as much because you are braking earlier and actually putting a lot of regen back into the battery again. So it does give you more opportunity to kind of do 2 push laps in a row, or an easy sort of push, cool, and then push again at the end, especially if there might be use for one set, because you are limited by the amount of wet tyres, Intezam wets, that you have allocated for the event. Through turns 1 and 2, the Sun RS and now the Curva de Sol for RS. Down the rest of Riposta is the McLaren of Fraser comes out the pits, and the Haas driver of Andrea Boll follows behind, and they do have a flying car behind. Or maybe not actually, as he has bailed out up the hill. Through Ferragula we go. Just under 4 minutes left on the clock. Around Pinanino and up the hill towards Pico de Pato, down into the ditch at the apex where it really dives down, as we've got times really diving down now into the 119.2s. We're surely going to get into the 118s, the 2 Salwers right up there towards the top. Everyone now starting to run the intermediate tyre, but a lot of drivers still set their best lap time on that wet tyre. Out of the final corner and into the pits for RS with 3 minutes left on the clock. It's getting drier and drier. And the people who are out on the track may have to just do very slow cool down laps as So Pigs Do Fly sliding out of Decido Largo. I thought he might have cut the apex there at Bella Regula. And out of turn 8, the Alpine ahead. Into the left-hander is Magolio flat yet? No. Still a bit of squirmishness on the throttle pedal, so Pigs Do Fly going fastest in the middle sector. Big D going fastest overall in that first sector. Both of them lighting up the timing screens as we get towards the line. Up the hill we go. Provisional pole for the Haas driver with a 1:18.5 as the Sauber gets out of the way, and was the Haas driver planning to go on a run again straight away. Has got time to do a cool down and to go again, but we're into the 1:18s. Will we see the 1:17s before the end of the session? Pretty much everyone should be out on the racetrack now. It's obviously about 10 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds slower at the moment than, and there we go, 1:17s already. So track really ramping up, and I think it's going to favour the last few cars that cross the line with literal seconds to spare on the clock for their final attempt. The rain hasn't stopped, but there is certainly a drier line on that racing line compared to the rest of the circuit. So if you stay on there, you should be getting very quick lap times. Chaz Knight Rider moves up into 8th and 1:19.5 for him. RS going quickly earlier on, going too quickly. Alan Magulio kept the lap though somehow, even though he went all four wheels for sure over the white line, over the DRS line. Still not available right at the end of the session, with the weather still not the greatest. It's 10th place for the Red Bull man, 10th and 11th for the Red Bull duo at the moment, with 30 seconds left on the clock. And the final times just starting to come in. And the final seconds on the clock. Is Mansi going to make it in time? He does, with 1 second left. He was the one with literal a second left on the clock, and watch him for the final lap. He still set his best lap time on the intermediates. Fraser on provisional pole at the moment and is going faster in that first sector, but only a personal best for sector. Diablo going faster. Chaz Knight Rider has retired from the sessions. Diablo across the line is a 17.6 and provisional pole snapped away within minuscules and so Pigs Do Fly takes the provisional pole. Times coming in: Cold Steel 7th, 8th for Ferreira, and Atmos across the line 6th fastest for him. Waiting for Big D. Fraser yet to cross the line, but coming up to it now, sticking to the pit wall to get the best lap time possible. Is on the front row but isn't on pole position. Is Big D going to be able to go any faster? He's on a personal best middle sector and stays where he is. Did go faster than his previous attempt though. Here comes Mansi and Alligator to the line. And where did Mansi come in the end? Didn't actually catch it. Finished in 14th in qualifying for him. So Pigs Do Fly does take pole position. Fraser in second. Third is Diablo. We'll be back in just a minute. And Pigs is very happy about that one, it seems. So, formation lap underway, and it is wet conditions for the race as well. Everyone, not everyone, on the wet tyres. Some drivers on the intermediates. Interesting call indeed. So how many are on the intermediate tyre exactly? 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers on the intermediate. Everyone else, 11 on the wet tyre. Planex Gamers retired from the formation there. Just wait for everyone to come round to the start finish. It's going to be crucial for people's starts, of course. And as we get towards the grid, just waiting for Hazard. He's coming up the hill now as well. And everyone just gets themselves formed up, not trying to push the box too much and get pushed back in their grid spot. We wait for the back markers. To get lined up. So, in wet conditions, So Pigs Do Fly and Fraser on the front row. 5 red lights and foot's flat to the floor here in Sao Paulo. And So Pigs does get a good start, but so does Big D, who now tries to push to get into third place as we go around turns 1 and 2, and there's a battle going on in Curva de Sol between Famous Wayne and Fraser as they come out of Curva de Sol and down the Reto Aposta. Diablo in second place, but So Pigs Do Fly over a second ahead of everyone else, as the strategy says. The one-stop strategy is we've got a battle towards the midfield here with Andrea Borg and the Alpine driver of Mikey GTI as they come together. We've got a Red Bull off in the background, Hazard, and then a Mercedes off as well. Was that Chaz Knight Rider? Yes, it was, as he goes off the track as well and into Ferragula and into turn 7 and 8. And storming away now is the man in the lead still, Diablo in second place, up a place from the start. Famous Wayne up 2 places in that Racing Bulls. Is he going to try and move into Young? Is the lead for So Pigs Do Fly. Diablo and